Breaking news for millions across the UK. Are you unknowingly missing out on over £1,100 every single month from the government? Yes, £1,149, 94p per month, tax-free and protected from the benefit cap, and thousands of people across England, Wales, and Scotland still have no idea they are eligible. Whether you're claiming universal credit or Jobseeker's allowance, and you're living with a long-term illness, disability, or a mental health condition, this video could change your life. We're breaking down what this money is, who qualifies, what conditions are covered, how much you could be paid, and how to apply step by step. So don't go anywhere. Because if you or someone you care about is struggling, this information could be the financial support you've been waiting for. As of January, over 7.5 million people in the UK are now claiming universal credit, the government's primary income-based support for people in low-paid work, looking for work, or unable to work due to illness or disability. But here's the crucial detail many don't know. If you're dealing with a long-term health issue, physical disability, or mental health condition, you may also qualify for Personal Independence Payment, PIP, in England and Wales, or Adult Disability Payment, ADP, in Scotland. These payments are tax-free, not means tested, so your income and savings don't matter. Unaffected by the benefit cap, so they won't reduce your other payments. And the value? Up to £749, 80p every 4 weeks. Add that to a standard universal credit payment of £400, 14p, and you're looking at £1,149, 94p every month support that could help with food, energy bills, transport, rent, medical costs, and more. But shockingly, thousands of eligible people have never applied. Let's get real. Having a medical diagnosis doesn't mean you automatically qualify for this support. What really matters is how your condition impacts your life, particularly your ability to function independently. Here's what the DWP and Social Security Scotland require. You're 16 or over. For ADP in Scotland, it can be under 16 with special rules. You've had significant difficulty with daily living or mobility for at least 3 months. You expect those difficulties to continue for at least 9 more months. And you've usually lived in the UK for 2 of the past 3 years. It's not about the label, it's about your functional needs. So what kinds of conditions are we talking about? PIP and ADP cover a huge range, over 530 different health conditions, grouped under categories like psychiatric disorders, anxiety, depression, PTSD, schizophrenia, neurological conditions, MS, Parkinson's, epilepsy, cerebral palsy, musculoskeletal conditions, arthritis, fibromyalgia, chronic back pain, respiratory illnesses, COPD, asthma, chronic bronchitis, cardiovascular issues, stroke, angina, heart failure, sensory impairment, sight loss, hearing loss, endocrine and metabolic conditions, diabetes, thyroid disorders, autoimmune disorders, lupus, HIV, rheumatoid arthritis, gastrointestinal and liver disease, cancer during treatment or remission, rare, multisystem, or fluctuating conditions. And remember, even if your condition isn't listed, you might still qualify. It's about how the condition affects your life, not just what it's called. Now let's break down the numbers. PIP and ADP have 2 components. Daily living for things like cooking, bathing, dressing, communicating. Mobility for problems moving around or planning journeys. Current weekly payment rates, as of 2024. Daily living component. Standard rate, £73, 90p. Enhanced rate, £110, 40p. Mobility component. Standard rate, £29, 20p. Enhanced rate, £77, 50p. If you're awarded both at the enhanced rate, you get £187, 45p per week, or £749, 80p every 4 weeks. Now, add that to a monthly universal credit of £400, 14p, and you get £1,149, 94p per month. Tax-free. Protected. Life-changing. You don't need to be bedbound or severely disabled to qualify. Many people don't realize that moderate, ongoing challenges also count. Here's what they assess. Can you prepare meals? Can you take medication correctly? Can you wash, bathe, and use the toilet safely? Can you get dressed without help? Can you communicate or understand people? Can you read and make sense of written information? Can you manage money? Can you plan or complete a journey? Can you physically move around? They'll assess how safely you can do these tasks, whether you need help from a person or an aide, how long it takes you, and how frequently your condition affects you. It's not just about physical illness, mental health counts too. Anxiety, panic, memory problems, sensory overload, and fatigue all play a role. Let's bust some myths because misinformation stops people from applying. PIP and ADP are not means tested. Your savings and income don't matter. They are tax-free. You keep 100% of what you're awarded. They don't count toward the benefit cap. They won't reduce your universal credit, JSA, housing benefit, or other entitlements. They won't affect your council tax reduction, and in many cases, they can increase your other benefits. Claiming one may trigger other entitlements like a blue badge, carer's allowance for someone who helps you, or additional universal credit premiums. And here's one more thing. In Scotland, PIP has been replaced by ADP for new claims and the system is considered more person-focused, but the eligibility remains nearly identical. Let's walk you through it step by step. In England or Wales, PIP. Visit gov.uk and search Personal Independence Payment. Or call the PIP New Claims phone line, 800 917 2222. You'll be sent a form called How Your Disability Affects You. In Scotland, ADP. Go to mygov.scot. Search Adult Disability Payment. You can apply online, by phone, or request a paper form. Assessments can be on the phone, face-to-face, over video call, or paper-based, if enough evidence is already available. You can bring someone with you, or request reasonable adjustments like a sign language interpreter, longer appointments, or extra breaks. Once you're awarded, your case is reviewed regularly to make sure the support reflects your current situation. Thousands of people across the UK are entitled to this support but never claim it. And here's why. They assume they won't qualify. They are put off by the application process. Or they've never even heard of it. But imagine what an extra £700 plus per month could do. Heat your home. Help with transport or medication. Ease stress around bills. Allow you to afford better food, therapies, or care. And maybe just give you a little peace of mind. If you're living with a chronic condition, physical or mental, don't wait. Apply now. This money exists to help you. Let's recap. You could be missing out on up to £1149 per month. Over 530 conditions are covered, from anxiety to arthritis, stroke to sensory loss. It's not about the diagnosis, it's about how it affects your daily life. The process is free, confidential, and worth it. So what should you do next? Call the DWP or visit gov.uk. Visit mygov.scot if you're in Scotland. Talk to Citizens Advice for help filling out forms. And if this video helped you, give it a like. Drop a comment. Are you planning to apply? Already receiving support? Share this with someone you love because they might not know they're eligible. Subscribe to this channel for weekly updates on universal credit, PIP and ADP, pension news, DWP reforms and breaking benefit changes. Because we believe in one thing above all. Stay informed. Stay empowered. Stay supported. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one.